Now, joining me is Amanda Howland. She's running for Congress in Illinois' 6th District. Amanda, welcome to the program, and tell me about your district. Tell me why you're running, and who the incumbent is, and how you plan to win this race.
Illinois' 6th Congressional District covers parts of 5 counties. We have a small part of Lake County, a chunk of McHenry County, a big piece of DuPage County, a small piece of Kane County, and then we have a little part of Cook County. So it was gerrymandered very nicely in the last decennial census. It's typically been a Republican district since 1976. But it is right now ready to flip. Last cycle, it was proven when we ran a campaign, I was asked to step up and run because I had name recognition. We ran a campaign on a budget of $130,000, and the DCCC and no one else thought that this was a seat that was in play. And yet we got 41% of the vote against what Peter Roskam spent, which was $3.3 million against me.
Wow.
So, and the thing that really made a big difference is what you were saying earlier, the grassroots, the volunteers, the people who came out, everything that we did with people who were not being paid for it. They were working because they cared about what was happening. I only had one full-time paid staff person, and that was from June of 2016 until November 2016 of the election day. So the rest of it was all volunteer, which was fantastic.
That is an amazing story. So, having been outspent 30-1 and making a race of it anyway when people thought it was impossible, and organizing grassroots to do it. So now that you got a real shot in that district, have they cleared the field for you? Because I know the Democratic Party likes to clear the field in order to win elections.
No, as a matter of fact, if anything, the field has gotten bigger. When I announced last February of last year that I was going to be in the race a second time because Dick Durbin and others had told me you really need to run more than once in a race like this because you build your base the first cycle, and the second cycle is when you come after people and actually can win. And by May of last year, I had approximately 23 people who were considering challenging me in the primary. By the time we got to, it was crazy. By the time we got to filing our petitions in November, it was down to 6 people challenging me. And those people are still on the ballot. And of the 6 people, 5 of them are moving to the center and saying that we need to be centrists in order to win this district. And that's not what the polls showed in the last cycle. Bernie won this district overwhelmingly in the primary. And then Hillary, in the general, won it by 7 percentage points. So Trump wasn't even in play here. The only reason Peter Roskam won last time is because he's been in office long enough and he lives in the area and people think of him as a moderate. And they've seen this time around that he's not a moderate. He has aligned himself strictly with Trump. And he helped write this tax bill that just was shoved through. And that's got a lot of his supporters very angry right now.
Yeah, you know, I don't mind the 7 people in a primary. I believe in primaries, and that's okay. Bless their hearts, they run. But I'm with you. I don't believe that going to the middle is a winning strategy. There's this hilarious slogan in Kansas' 3rd district. There's a progressive Brent Welder there, and his opponent says the courage to compromise and leading from the middle. I've never heard that before. Leading from the middle. That's hilarious.
No.
So Amanda, in your case, what's that?
I said you can't do that.
Yeah. In your case, how are you leading as a progressive?
I'm leading as a progressive because I'm the only one out there other than the young man who is running for the very first time and has great credentials but needs a lot of experience. I'm the only one out there who is pushing for single-payer health care, who has backed it from the beginning and haven't changed my position, who is pushing for free public education and reducing student interest loan rates and trying to get at least 2 years of community college or technical school in line for being free for those who can qualify and who need that support. And I'm pushing for all of the other issues that Democrats hold dear, but I think the biggest one that differentiates me from the other candidates is the single payer. And I've run my campaign from the beginning saying that I am unapologetically progressive, and that progressive doesn't mean that you are so far left wing that you're a tax and spend liberal and giving everything away. What it means is this country's been going backwards for too long, and we need progress. We need to move forward. And that's what I'm running on.
Yeah, we got to break all those stereotypes. So one more policy question for you. What's your position on campaign finance reform?
I would immediately do away with with Citizens United. I am a constitutional law attorney now. I'm a former special education teacher, was an elementary school administrator. I'm a trustee at a community college. I'm on the was board chairman there for 2 years. I'm on a national committee. And unless and until we get money out of politics, we're not going to be able to get through the programs that we need. That's prohibiting us from going to single payer because of the lobbyists that are spending money. That's prohibiting us from having some reasonable gun regulations because of the lobbyists that are spending all the money. Money is the problem in our elected officials right now, and until they do away with Citizens United, which I'm sure, knowing our Supreme Court, is not going to happen through them. So that means that Congress has to step up and push for a constitutional amendment.
All right, here on that. Amanda Howland, everybody check out the links here. Amanda Howland for Congress.com. We'll have all these links so you can donate or volunteer. And if you can't give the time, at least give a small dollar donations to people running without corporate cash. And they'll be in the description box below on YouTube and the comment section on Facebook. Amanda, thank you so much for joining us. Really appreciate it.
Great. And we would love to have people take, even $10 helps. We're on TV now, we're on radio, and we're trying to keep those ads going through next Tuesday. So anything that people can contribute is terrific. I have not taken any corporate money. I have not taken any PAC money, and I don't have any big groups behind me. Although I have endorsements, I don't have all their money behind me because I've not taken that.
All right. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. And I appreciate running as a strong progressive too.